Come on, Seer.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? That's a tough...
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's... I want to write my essay on something
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatized...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? Is it just Paimon or is it kinda unusual? Great! Let's go find out what the...
Alright, I guess, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the...
Hey, what's with that face?
No, of course This is my first time coming face to face with you and your...
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... traveler, I hear you've helped many people...
Actually, we don't know much about...
My teacher chose this area of research...
If you don't mind,
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of...
Well, fair point. In that case...
Let me give you some background. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to... Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time...
So first this strange person goes miss...
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens that a friend of mine, even back then, Tatarasuna was already...
Wait, so there are...
That's right! What's more...
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah,
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easy. Something then seems to have happened in the
The Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the...
Oh, yes, of course! How...
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher...
Puppet?
Don't wanna...
Aha! Judging by...
No! Paimon just meant...
I agree. It does.
Miyazaki.
Oh, and please read my essay. Sawada was encouraging me to. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from S.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. Besides, if there really was a political power...
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do, so what?
All right, thank you.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about. Okay, then even if we did, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics. Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by over there. It looked like the Balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
What happened? Combat?
Traveler, Paimon, Nahida. Bad news. Did he escape or...
Sure enough.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be...
I
know you must have a lot of questions. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. A deal?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? But if that's the case...
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But Paimon's worried about you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom.
Don't you dare try to dress... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making...
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive... Wait a second. Former? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear. Don't you?
Yeah, obvious! Then let's put that discussion to this. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend...
All right. Then I'll do what we...
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the... You may remember me mentioning it's possible that the Fatui have other information that he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul, the amount of information in Irminsul, so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information. Exactly! Or what if... I understand. But sometimes how things will go in the future depends on what information our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart for... As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against... If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you... It's my pleasure, really. Paimon's still... I was going to contact you about that. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise... Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the out... Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Ok, en vrai c'est une
The
bonne
colors
idée,
are
mais
gentler.
quelque part,
Guess that must
on
be
doit
because Sumeru's at peace
Scaramuccia,
now.
on doit le surveiller.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company.
Maintenant,
Oh,
on est
but I guess you
à
panicked when you
15
realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, jailbird!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment.
Sounds like a successful run. I need to be quite clear about something. And if unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner... I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides. But it is essential that you remain... Fine. Let's call it true.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacle.
You sure come...
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy, it's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Is this a small sap? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this is... Ooh.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the...
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
yes. Permission to begin search.
Permission granted.
Let's go. Stay.
Hey, so... what are you...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companions. Anything's possible in here.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge...
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive... The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. The rest is up to you. If you just...
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've also invited Paimon to... Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our head? That's part of it. Paimon's never tried this, so Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think that... As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Perhaps today will be the day. Well done. Smart... So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Huh. Paimon thought... Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a pup. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today. If you mean the mysterious events... Really? Because from what they were saying, it's... Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce... So the Gase got it right? Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Woman...
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must... Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner know...
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world.
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. Huh?
This light...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement!
Shh.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk?
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent, the forging industry with crystal marrow as a skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into...
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants.
You flatter me. From the outset.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because what have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke, and recently, as you well know, someone died. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his...
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. I'm in charge here. And I'm about...
Judging from the look in your eyes...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop...
You...
You're a little smart. I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true
If you kill me...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
The Fatui?
Just to create a...
That's it. That...
Look how even the righteous soul is filled. My device functions precisely. It is easier for a person to be... Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone...
If you give it, he has nothing to prove to...
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend, Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves...
Effectivement, ça change des choses.
Hey,
Dottore. Good.
was that the doctor? Did he turn into a but why did we see things from here? When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray. You know very well what that means. Let's give him some space. We need to give him some time to process his emotions. I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, after the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion, the mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said the mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Holy moly! So the doctor killed... Yes. Only if he understands this can...
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
Pas trop.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies. It won't. I'll...
Hey, are you investigating?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well...
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. Did you get all that, Lesser?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It was...
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me, in this world, is it possible? Done.
Huh? What the? What happened?
Nothing. I was just thanking her. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fout dans le...
From this day forth, The names Balladeer and Kabukimono, those who died in Tatarasuna because of me.
Hey! Balladeer! Don't do it!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can... But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luck...
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Il va changer le passé?
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come...
Il va changer le passé?
Oh no. Oh, can you hear me? Nahida! Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. What happened? It was the Balladier's fault. I didn't think he'd be capable of something like... Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Where the heck did he go? Don't be. It's not your fault. We're running out of time. We're out! And we're at... This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will I'm sorry, but... An emergency? Don't worry. If my assessment... Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big... He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no... So, what? Paimon's so... Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon accident... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. God, there's no way he'll actually There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried, so how about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish, Andrean chili chicken. Oh, also a dip... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't Is that a food?
Oh my god.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something? So, the Balladeer. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Waouh. J'imagine qu'on a le temps pour pas grand-chose, vraiment.
It's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. No. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden. The art of forging practiced by most of the great swordsmith clans of old. But fortunately, Kaede Harakaza, if my memory serves me right.
Oh yeah, we were! We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden...
That, in fact... This was not made known to me for most of my life. He told me that, as we are both heirs, there is no harm in telling you the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a...
Vengeful? What?
400 years ago, so I'm told, There was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating in his heart. The whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. Finally, he made a drastic decision. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree, that is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. Then on to the next step.
Waouh. Mon Dieu. Ok. Est-ce qu'on pourrait revenir à Sumeru pour finir cet épisode?
We're here!
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the commission,
Are they out on...
the commissioner is out on business.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't have.
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Of course. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. As for the commissioner himself,
So pretty much...
very.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In Miss Kamisato talks about you all. I must say, many.
Alright, goodbye for now. We're, great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now.
Very well. Safe travels.
Well,
Do my eyes just...
Xavier, what are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and...
We have some questions and thought you might be...
Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just... Like the back of my head. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma who... Oh, well, I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging...
A couple? What?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something?
Oh, I didn't realize you two were...
Me neither. Paimon...
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to... But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens. Hey, don't mind. Alright.
Good. L'acte final. J'aimerais la terminer dans cette même vidéo. C'est un peu risqué.
Hey, it's them.
Akaba! Sawada! You're still here?
Indeed we are. If
We have time.
it's the same topic we discussed.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh!
Flemme de tout lire, je vous avoue.
I presume you'll want to read.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how you...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow. So many.
Well, well. So it all comes down to what... Ugh.
This new information actually lends further credence.
Yes, okay, point taken.
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look,
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out any...
Will do.
Allez, bouge!
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon. Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole... The balladeer? You look troubled. Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? That's quite... So, this puppet... But how is he... As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's nevertheless. It does make sense. So, you believe this person Yes. Theoretically, the Traveler comes from a world beyond, so if there's anyone in the world... Paimon's having a hard time under... I can only make inferences based on the information we...
Bah, il a voulu sauver son ami en fait.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had... Once the balladeer realized he couldn't keep hating humans after that, the story makes sense. The balladeer tried to achieve God. That power then enabled him to... Yeah, it does make... It just feels so hopeless. Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange... What is it? A record from a personal collection. You should take a look. Is this a fairy tale? I authored this record. Huh? When combined with the Traveler's narrative... Hold on. So this... Yes. Any information about changing the information but Irminsul can't change information that... That's incredible! And sending the Traveler to Irminsul, this story is abstract enough that... But if we connect all the different pieces together... There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire. The monster gave a heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have..." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass. How it wished to swallow the moon, and I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will...
We solved it!
I remember now. To become a god, he was This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Creating a deity was just the I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams.
It's hard that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information before he vanished. We still don't know how the change to Ermin's soul will affect this.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer. So the answer is not ever. When you give someone the truth to others looking on, never forget that even. And that is what you.
Yeah, Nihita's right.
Good idea.
You got it. Come on, traveler. Let's go get a snack for one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar.
Et on va
That'll be sure to
s'arrêter
lift our
ici
spirits.
parce que c'est vraiment trop long.
It must be really.